Hi guys, Rob Coxey here and welcome to a quick update on the future of Star Citizen. The 3.0 schedule was updated yesterday and we are getting a brand spanking new look at the schedule, what's being done under the hood for the 3.0 release scheduled for the 29th of June. While a little more lightweight on assets than originally proposed by Chris Roberts' 3.0 patch was going to open up the entire Stanton system, so every moon and every planet was going to be landable. There was going to be a ton of new space stations kicking about for you to land on, interact with, and trade with, essentially. However, a lot of the additions that have been added are a lot more under the hood. There's a planetary physics grid to support orbiting and rotating planets, footage of which was provided in an earlier ATV, should be on the screen now. So while you're flying around in the universe, the planets are going to be rotating, you're going to land on a planet that's facing a different direction every time you land on it. As you land on it, you interact with that physics grid, same as interacting with a multi-crew spaceship. That could be flying around rotating through space, but you're going to be walking around on a perfectly flat structure. It's impressive, and we're getting that for planetary scale, which is incredible. We're also getting subsumption base functionality. The initial release is what's going to drive the AI, missions, dynamic content, and conversations. The game's going to have some actual AI, not just player characters, and not just stationary shopkeepers that we've currently got in the persistent universe in not only ArcCorp, but also in Crusader. There's a lot of physics simulation for all the Item 2.0 attachments, including hair, weapons, grenades, more, which is, again, impressive. We're getting a very detailed game compared to a lot of the other competitors. Nested physics grid supporting vehicle transportation inside large ships, so you can stick your Dragonfly, you can stick your Ursa rover inside whatever it fits in. It's going to fit in, it's not going to flap about and explode and accidentally kill you or anybody that's transported in your ship. Destructible components for items, props, and environment assets. That means your guns are going to get hit, they're going to get broken, your ships, different parts of them are going to blow up. Even space stations, they've shown like being able to blow off solar arrays on different space stations or on the planetary bases that are around. You can actually damage the solar arrays on those. They're going to need repairs. That's somebody else's job. They're going to have to come and fix that, defend it, that sort of thing. Crusader has been converted to the object container setup, which means it's object container streaming. You know, you get close to a planet, it streams in the planet and the moons and everything. You get close to those moons, it's going to stream in the textures and everything. You're going to get a lot higher FPS and it's going to be awesome. That's already in their working branch. We're getting free moons to land on and explore with outposts all over them. It's going to be fun. We're getting... And that is one of the important things as well. If we just got the original as promised 3.0, that would have been planets to land on. Literally just planets. But they've been doing a lot of work on these bases, these outposts. We're getting a lot of things to actually look for and explore and find. We're getting a lot of things to actually find on these free moons that we're getting. And in future that's going to expand. That's why I'm looking forward to 3.0. The Cutlass Blue and the Cutlass Red are also in the schedule for 3.0, which is fantastic news because I finally get to take the Cutlass Blue out, land on planets, hop out of the Dragonfly, and go fucking razzing around and just exploring stuff. It's going to be awesome. Still 2 more months of content creation ahead of them, which means we're going to have even more stuff like to actually look at when it comes to release, which is fantastic. They're also adding an alpha version of the insurance system where your current ship becomes damaged beyond repair. You're able to request a replacement ship with a basic loadout from the insurance provider. Persistence ensures that the vehicle state is also saved between sessions. You're not just going to log on to a different session and respawn in a perfectly fresh Starfarer if you've been ambushed by pirates. You're going to have to actually fix that. They're also actually updating it so lower priority entities, you know, essentially players, NPCs a lot further away from you, are going to be updated for your client a lot less frequently. You're still going to have that information coming in every now and then, but, you know, not absolutely everything. Currently, if there's a player fighting like 15 NPCs on the other side of the Crusader system, just around like some asteroid belt somewhere, and you're sat in Security Outpost Korea, for instance, you are having to render in all of those pirates, all of those fights, all of those explosions, everything that's going on over there is happening through your current client as well, which slows you the hell down. You'll notice that, like especially when people spawn in the Starfarer, for instance. At Port Olisar, your frames will drop significantly, and if you're not in the vicinity that's not going to spawn in for you, your frames are not going to be affected. That's fantastic. We're also getting kiosk shopping, which is cool. You're now going to be able to find like a derelict spaceship or something, or an outpost, and you can sell stuff, make money, and start. That's the start of the economy, the backbone of the economy mechanics. The reason we all waste hours playing the game to make stupid, fake internet pennies. They're also adding a field of view slider, allowing your players to widen or narrow their field of view to their liking, which is pretty good. I, for one, favour like a slightly wider, not quite Quakey level of field of view on a 16:9 monitor, more sort of like around the roughly 100 degrees. Quake sort of like 120, which is a bit ridiculous, but on a 16:9 monitor I want more of a realistic field of view, but without the crazy fisheye distortion. If you've got a 21:9 monitor as well, that means you're actually be able to make the most of that ultra-wide setup that you have. They're also adding character customization and personal manager app, which allows you to customize various aspects of your suit and weapons in your inventory. So that's fantastic. We're actually going to be able to start looking a lot different to each other rather than just the same bald man. Unfortunately, no female models for 3.0, but I think they're coming into Star Marine. But we're also going to be able to actually customize the way we look, different sets of heads. I'm assuming we're not getting the full customization abilities that they're actually adding in, thanks to that amazing little show-off that we got earlier, where it was you take the heads and you smush them together, take different aspects of it, like one person's ears, one person's eyes, this, that, and the other. A little bit more variety to the players. It's going to be good. AI turrets, which means turrets are actually going to work as our, the player-manned turrets. They are actually being updated for 3.0. So your cutlasses, your connies, they're actually going to be viable. I mean, the Retaliator, I love the Retaliator, gorgeous ship. Torpedoes are beautiful as well. But honestly, the majority of the armament for that ship, and most ships that are bigger than a fighter, are turrets. And turrets are shit. So I'm glad to see that getting a workover. They're adding in render to texture, which means it's going to have a lot of uses going forwards, but at the moment they're using it to improve the UI rendering and to introduce live rendering of video communications. So like the Miles Eckhart thing that was shown on the Mobiglass in the 3.0 demo, as well as the little Mark Hamill tease from the single player bit we were briefly shown, where it pops up in the display on your ship. Looking forward to that sort of thing. It's a bit more immersive, it's just a bit more work, and it's gorgeous. They've actually updated all the way along to December. We're getting a whole bunch of new weapons for Star Marine, and obviously the Persistent Universe from a few different manufacturers. We're getting a new shotgun. We're getting a few backers are getting a crossbow. I think that might be available to other players in-game, but the backers that backed early and backed Shroud of the Avatar will have immediate access to the crossbow. There's also going to be the Scourge railgun, which is essentially a giant ship railgun. Ship-mounted railgun designed to be held by infantry, which is going to be brilliant against vehicles and probably very deadly against players. I'm assuming it'll only have about 8 to 10 shots. It's going to be low ammo, but very high damage. You've got to make the most of what you've got. Anyway, speaking through to the plans all the way through to December, from July to December, we're getting knife melee. We're getting Spectrum integration into the game. Service beacons, ship-to-ship refuel, making that Starfarer a lot more valuable. Piracy and patrol missions, armor, takedowns from the front, side and rear, again that's for FPS mechanics. Cinematic tool integration, NPC generation, I'm assuming that means sort of randomly generated NPCs that are going to have their own various roles to fill throughout the universe. Breaching, assassination missions, save game, smuggling and defense missions, planet ring and gas giants, again being able to actually land in Crusader, like the floating Bespin-like Sky City they've got there, the orbiting, not even orbital shipyards, it's sort of a high atmo shipyard on Crusader. That's something I'm really looking forward to seeing. We're also getting parties and groups, which is good, a heavy machine gun and the aforementioned crossbow. And getting through to December, well, 3.1. What they want for 3.1, the truck stop that they've shown off in a recent ATV is going to be in, which is interesting. Final new sort of space station. They're going to add a whole bunch more thanks to the procedural modularity that they're actually creating, where they place lots of different sort of assets together to actually create new space stations. But we're getting the big truck stop style space station that we were shown before. Honestly, the constellations look like the size of Hornets. It was amazing. That thing looks huge. We're getting ArcCorp / Area 18. The planet where we only currently have the on-foot module, the social module it's currently called. But we're getting to actually land on that planet. We're getting female player locomotion, throwable and shoulder weapons, punching, that's coming in. Room system with depressurization, that means you can blow out windows and the atmosphere will vent out properly. Set values rather than just a sort of visual effect that means nothing. You're actually going to suffocate in that room or be blown out into space further down the line, I'm assuming. Small props and things will be affected by it at first, and eventually, if you're on foot in there, window blows out, you are going to be sucked into the vacuum of space rather than just choked to death. 3.2, Looking at December/early February, again, there's got to be some wiggle room on this. There could be delays, you never know what happens. We're getting gadgets such as drone shields. A few of those were initially shown off during the initial look at Star Marine, where there was a few different sort of class-specific things that you could set up, like somebody set up a little shield in a corridor, they just plop that down and crouch behind it, and they had cover in an empty corridor, which is handy. Downed states and drowning will be added, so I'm assuming that swimming, we're getting the occasional ocean planet in Stanton, perhaps, maybe? Or the ice moon? Which one was the ice moon? We might end up underwater on that ice moon and drown, which, not great. Item inspection, so you're able to actually look at what you're getting. Looting and looting permissions, you know, so you can set permissions on your spaceship, somebody's allowed to pick something up, but other people aren't. If they steal it, it's stealing. If one of your crew takes it, it's fine. Getting NPCs in 3.2, that's when ship-to-ship refueling, gas giants breaching, security stuff's going in, object container streaming, and the Constellation Phoenix/Taurus, the Freelancer Max and the Vanguard Sentinel are all coming by early February. Also, we're getting ship trails, which is going to spice up the visual effects of dogfighting a lot more. I am looking forward to this update quite a lot. Let me know what you think in comments, and for anybody that's watching this video as it's come out, there is currently a free fly weekend event going. Click the link in the description below, sign up on the website. You get to fly the Anvil Hornet all weekend for free. I also have a referral code that you can use to sign up, and if you decide to buy a $35 or higher package with that referral code, you get free in-game money once the game is released. I'm Rob Coxey, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of Star Citizen, what you're looking forward to in the upcoming updates in the comments below. Thanks for watching, see you next time.